Hi and welcome back to Dirty Bernie's Garage. Today we're going to actually get started on a Franken mower. For those of you who don't know what a Franken mower is, it's basically you're going to take a lawn mower, make it something that it never was. In some cases you might add an engine that would never have been added on that mower before. You may take a regular mower with those short wheels that's always been offered like that. You might put some brackets, make it a high wheeler. You know, there's a number of different things. But some of the mower builders, they call them Franken mowers just because of the fact that you're making it different than something that was never actually made. Let me give you a quick walk around here. If you look at some of my earlier videos, I have two videos called Two Mowers into One. And that actually features this mower. This is actually an all-wheel drive snapper. Don't confuse it with the real snappers. This is like one of the Walmart versions. But anyway, it's an all-wheel drive mower. The deck isn't too awful bad. I mean, it's got a couple spots, but it's something we can clean up. This mower originally came within one of the E-Series overhead valve Briggs & Strattons. It did have, I guess it would come with a bagger. This one didn't come with that. Anyway, my big issue with this mower is the fact that it's mulch only right now. And the problem being, I feel anyway, with that little E-Series on there, that engine's working way too hard. Between trying to mulch, you know, especially when people get into heavier grass and everything, and running two transmissions. I've worked on several of these mowers, and I've also worked on several of the Husqvarna all-wheel drive with that same engine. Every one of them, the oil is actually burnt in the engine. It's like the engine's working way too hard in order to power this mower. So we're gonna cure that. And aside, like I said, I don't like mulch mowers. I mean, I don't mind them in the right hands, but, you know, sometimes people just get carried away. They're cutting through wet, heavy grass, plugs the deck up, rots them out prematurely. And I'm actually going to show you another case of that right here. Now, if you look in my last video, I did a Troy-built TB240. At the very end of that video, you will see I was out in the driveway. I showed the actual mate to that mower I was working on, and this is that mower. All right, this belongs to the neighbor across the street. As you can see, it's in pretty nice shape. It's almost as nice as the other one. But until you get over here, you get up close, get your paint. It's all bubbled up all over this. This deck is riddled in rust. This side's no different. It's just everywhere. It's got a big old spot there. Anyway, this deck is actually paper thin, to be honest with you. One of the problems with this particular one is this woman goes out sometimes after it rains, and I see her mowing wet grass. We're gonna have a little talk about that. Anyway, I told her, I said, we're gonna try and make it through the season with this thing. And then by any luck, we'll have something else come in with a better deck, and I'll put this engine on it for her, because this engine actually runs beautiful. So, but anyway, that's my big concern with mulch mowers. That's why I don't really care for them. So back to the Franken Snapper here. That's this mower's name, by the way. What we're gonna be doing today, I got this little setup off another mower. All right, this is off an older MTD mower. Now, we still will be able to mulch if need be. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut a hole in the deck. We're gonna add that plate to it. And then, this is a spring-loaded plate, and you actually lift it up, and it's got this attachment that will clip onto it, so we can also make this mower a side shoot. So whatever mowing we decide to do at that time. So that's what we're gonna start on that today. Now, I pulled this mower in about a month ago to start tinkering with it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be kicking the thing right back out again because I got customer mowers rolling in. I got, you know, other ones that I gotta fix to sell and everything. But I figure while this mower's in here, we're gonna at least get something done to it. So, you know, every project, it only, you know, you have to do a little bit at a time on it and go as you can with it. So up next, we're gonna start getting this thing prepped so we can get a hole cut in this deck. And I'll show you how to do it that way, because I see a lot of them done where people are just, you know, hacking the side of the deck off, and you can't really do that. I'll show you, well, I guess the semi-right way to do it anyway. But give me a minute here. All right, so what I did here, I went ahead and removed the plate off of that mulch plate. To get this thing started, what we're gonna do, I marked it off where I thought it should be, like so. And you'll see a couple little dots here. That's where the bolts are gonna go. So I'm gonna go ahead and peen those real quick and drill them through. So we'll get that done. Should only take, hopefully not too long, because the drill I got isn't all that bad, so hopefully it'll go right through there. Just gonna take your little center punch thing there. Now I'm just hoping that my drill will actually work okay, because I never did charge it like I was supposed to. Not quite. All right. Well, I kind of sort of messed that up. I'm gonna have to let this drill charge for a little bit, and then we'll get back to you. And we're back. It's amazing what a charged battery on your drill will do. But I got my 2 holes drilled here. That's where your mounting plate's gonna bolt to. Now what I'm gonna do next, we're gonna go ahead and bolt the whole assembly back on a mower. And what I'm gonna do, you got the little lip here that would go around. This basically is gonna slide inside the deck, and then this little lip is gonna go up against the deck, you know, to kind of seal it off. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this on there, take a Sharpie and go around there, get me a base idea of what I have to cut out. I'm not gonna actually film the cutting just because it's noisy. You're not gonna be able to see it anyway and everything, but just a quick thing. I'm gonna be using my angle grinder on this job. So I'm gonna show you a little trick here on one of those. Go ahead and make your line there. Let's just say that's one of your cutting lines. You can actually go above the line a little bit when you do your first cut. That way you're not too close to it. You know, you can always shave it down, but once you get down too far, you only got a very short area here to, you know, to work with. So you don't want to go too far and make that, so you know, you want to get as tight of a seal as you possibly can. And also with the grinder's actually got a bigger disc to it. You always want to start your cut in the very center. That way you have room you can get over here without actually going, you know, say it's gonna go up like that. That way you're not gonna actually go over the actual amount that you want to. You wanna try and get a nice square cut as possible. So I'll be back shortly once I get this all drawn out and cut and everything, and I'll just kind of give you a show of the end results. All right, so I got my rough cut out here. One thing I gotta give this mower, it's actually, it's a fairly thick metal compared to like an MTD or something. It's pretty thick down here. That's one thing I like to see. Like I said, this is just a rough cut, but I'm actually fairly close with it, to be honest with you. We got, that's about where it's gonna sit. And you notice this end is tucked right in. This end over here, I got a little more tweaking to do. And I may have to actually heat the plastic up and bend it a little bit too, because this is actually different from this deck. So, but that, you know, that's very close. The main thing you want to notice is I left the bottom lip here. Anytime you cut one of these decks, you gotta leave that bottom. Structural support for the deck itself. So, next time around, I'd be honest with you, I wasted the wheel on the cutter cutting this out, so I gotta get another wheel for it. We're gonna smooth all this out, probably play around with this corner a little bit and everything. I don't know when that'll be, but it's soon. Plenty more to do on this mower. I'm still gonna have to pull both transmissions, redo, you know, I wanna do all the axles up, clean everything up and grease it and everything. Engine is to be decided, but I'm really leaning towards the old Kohler. I did a couple episodes on that engine earlier. That's a early, late 90s engine. It's ended up being a 7 3/4 horse engine, and it runs pretty good, other than a little extra carb work I gotta do to it. So I'm really leaning on putting that engine on here. But anyway, this is gonna be an ongoing project, several videos. When, you know, it's my own project, so it's basically when I can get to it. Anyway, if you like seeing stuff like this, please let me know in the comments, and I will keep posting this one. You know, old Franken Snapper here is I think this is gonna turn out to be quite the mower when it's done. So I thank you for viewing and have a wonderful day.